that New York cop John McClane has come to see his wife.
I missed you.
Instead, he's going to have to save her.
Sit down.
Welcome back to the Airing Austin YouTube channel. My name's Austin. We're talking about Die Hard today, a movie that I've yet to see. I just actually saw it not too long ago. During the holiday season, my local movie theater, they don't do a lot of fun showings, but I guess, hey, it's, you know, the Christmas spirit. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and show Die Hard, which is a heavily debated Christmas movie. I personally don't think so, but what do you guys think? I think the director also made Predator. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I've seen a lot of the director's work, but when it comes to Die Hard, nope. So for the rest of you weirdos out there, just like me, who have yet to see this movie, what exactly is Die Hard even about? Well, we follow the story of John McClane. He is a recluse cop having a bit of turmoil with his wife, who has changed her last name. She's trying to start a new life in a new state, that of California, moving from New York, and she wants to be a business woman. She wants to be oriented in all of those facets, and John McClane, as a New York City officer, a cop, he is not really too thrilled or ecstatic about any of this. And so he goes to visit her during the holidays while she's at work during one of her Christmas parties. And unfortunately, a terrorist organization intervenes, takes over the building, and that's when the movie picks up with John McClane being this loose end. Upon exiting the movie theater watching this, I had so many different qualms. I was kind of bored. I'm like, yeah, I mean, nothing really too crazy happened there. I've seen it once before, and well, that movie came out like 10, 15 years after, but then I also saw it, well, no, that movie came out like 20 years later, and then you kind of seem to think, well, I guess a majority of all these action movies are based on the foundation of Die Hard. We are here at the point to where we're at with action movies, thanks to Die Hard. There's even a Rick and Morty episode where they're talking about Die Hard and how they're overdoing it, and if they are doing a Die Hard. I feel like actually going back and rewatching a lot of those movies and even that Rick and Morty special, I feel as though I can actually appreciate a lot more based on my newfound understanding of where all those jokes are coming from and the premise of the original movie. What about the movie itself? Is it actually any good? It still works. It still keeps up because the writing in this movie, it's actually pretty good a majority of the time. I think where the writing does lack, though, is in the character weight. I just don't really seem to care about a lot of the characters in this movie, and yes, that includes John McClane himself. However, the one character I actually did find myself really liking throughout this movie was that of Hans Gruber. Hans Gruber was probably like the best standout character in this whole movie. And when I got home, I was talking to my girlfriend about it. I'm like, he was so interesting. And she's like, yeah, Alan Rickman does such a great job. And I'm like, Alan Rickman from Harry Potter. You're telling me the whole time I was watching that movie, I never saw Alan Rickman, Snape, in the movie. I only saw Hans Gruber, which, by the way, an amazing performance. I mean, that's ultimately what actors are trying to achieve, is to make you feel like you are a part of this world, as if you cannot be sidetracked or, oh, I know that guy, he's a celebrity. They want to make you feel overly engrossed by the story, by the film, and Alan Rickman, rest in peace, he did such a great job with this movie. I was overly just pleased with his character. What's really funny about his character is he is so one-note, one-dimensional. In fact, he doesn't even really interact with John McClane a whole bunch in this movie. They have to work through the radio system. And in fact, one of the first few times that they meet, I was tricked by him. He said that he was an employee of the building, and for a split second, I'm like, yeah, he's an employee. Save him, John McClane. And then I'm like, whoa, wait, hang on. No, he's the evil terrorist guy. John McClane, watch out! I can't believe Alan Rickman was able to do that to me with his performance in this 80s cheesy action film. Now I know what you're asking. What about Bruce Willis as John McClane? Well, John McClane is Bruce Willis, and Bruce Willis is John McClane. Back then, I don't think he was as well known. This was probably one of his first few movies, I'm assuming, in which his career eventually did kick off. Going back to the weight of the film and the gravitas of everything occurring, I just felt like this movie, it wasn't as weighted as I needed it to be. You can show me a video of a bunch of buildings catching on fire, exploding, etc., and I'd be like, all right, that's pretty mind-numbing. Now, if you showed me a scene before that of a high school student and they're planning to walk on stage for graduation, and they're in that building, and the building's about to explode, and I know the outcome. There's a little bit more weight to that because I want to see him walk on the stage. I feel bad. I feel relatable. Here in Die Hard, you don't necessarily feel that. You do see it from time to time. The script does like to build some things up. It likes to hint at things. It likes to tease who John McClane really is and what is actually going on with him and his wife and where that turmoil is coming from. The film doesn't outright tell you, but it also doesn't downright confirm anything. Whereas with him and his wife in this film, I just personally didn't care. I just feel like there's no weight in terms of the relationship, why he's there, why he's fighting for what he's doing, other than, in fact, surviving. Speaking of the wife, I don't even know her name. All I know is that she changed her last name and that she's a businesswoman and she's really trying to be independent. She is the Peach to Mario, and that's essentially what she is throughout the movie. So in terms of her being the heart of the film, the reason why John McClane is fighting as hard as he does, I just really could care less. And in terms of the action, I was always built up to believe that Die Hard was just action nonstop, but no, this movie, again, at the beginning, it likes to wait. It likes to do a little bit of a slow burn, give you some information, and then the bombs go off. But then the bombs, they're kind of timed. You get bombs and waves, and when those bombs go off, they go off. The action scenes are pretty darn spectacular, even though I've seen them done a million times before in new modern films. I get to see the foundation of where they come from now, and I really, really enjoyed that, and it was for sure an educational experience. Do I recommend it based on that? Heck yes, I do. This movie, it's just pure fun. What do you guys think about this movie? Is it a Christmas movie or is it not? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I personally don't think so. You could equally say that this is a 4th of July movie because of all the explosions. Thank you guys so much for watching my movie review of Die Hard. Yes, this video is 35 years a bit too late, but I still appreciate the watch. If you guys did like the video, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button for more movie reviews. Otherwise, my name is Austin. Stay tuned for more movie reviews and upcoming videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Pew, 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 pew. I'm John McClane. Pew, 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 pew.